Hi everyone, this is Chris with another episode of St. Francis TV, and I'm here with my good friend Jim Wall.
Hey,
Jim,
Chris.
how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am doing well, and as we're in the middle of a busy fall and November coming up, I wanted to check in with you and see what's new in your world.
Yeah, so we're we just celebrated Francis Fest a couple weeks ago, and that was a phenomenal day, a phenomenal set of liturgies, as well as a great festival here at the parish. And as we continue to move through the fall, we move into November, and you'll start to notice liturgically in the month of November that things start to look toward the end times. As we get ready for Advent, we start focusing on what we call the eschaton, or the end times, and gets kind of serious. And as we start to look at these issues even a little more clearly about life and death, and about eternal life, and those types of issues.
Is there anything specific or special about remembering our loved ones during this month?
Yeah, so November, we're dealing with these serious issues, but actually the month starts November 1st. November starts with November 1st. And that's actually, in the church, we celebrate the Solemnity of All Saints' Day on November 1st. And remember, October 4th was St. Francis.
That's right.
We celebrated the great feast, like we talked about. So every day of the church year, for the most part, has a saint, or most of them have a saint attached to it. June 29th happens to be St. Peter and St. Paul, off the top of my head. June 24th is when we celebrate the Nativity of St. John the Baptist. So there's all these different dates. Of course, December 25th, we celebrate the birth of Christ. When it comes to November, we take that first day, November 1st, and we set it aside for all saints, because we believe that there are so many people who are enjoying eternal life with God, so many that we don't know the names of. So that day is a beautiful day where we remember all those people in a special way. So it's a holy day of obligation, as it's called, or opportunity, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a great way to come to Mass that day and to celebrate all those people, many of who you know or have known, who have gone on to be with God in such a special way. So that's November 1st. We have Masses here at 7:15. No, excuse me, we don't. I get to sleep in. We have Masses at 9 a.m., 11:45, and 7 p.m. on November 1st. And then November 2nd, the next day, is All Souls Day. So this is the day where we remember all the faithful departed. We continue to pray for people on that day, those people who have passed on. So it's a beautiful way of remembering those who have passed on. So that's All Souls Day, and that's on November 2nd.
Awesome. And I think I remember we do something really beautiful here at the church with All Souls Day, where we have a bunch of pictures around of those folks.
So a couple of things. Actually, throughout the whole month, we have what's called the Book of Remembrance, and that will be set out on November 1st, and it will be out, kind of near the altar, near the sanctuary. The Easter candle will be there, the big candle that we bless on the Easter Vigil, which is then used for every funeral, for every baptism, for every initiation right throughout the year. It's a sign of the ever-presence of Christ. So next to that is the Book of the Dead, and so we encourage people to go in and write the names of any loved ones that they want to remember. So you write it in that book. It's out there through the month of November. But then also we have the pictures. So on November 2nd, we'll read the names of all funerals that we've celebrated here at the parish. So we'll read those names by month. But then also we ask people to bring photos, either of those people or others who have passed on. And they can bring those photos and leave them, and they're set up near the altar for that Mass on All Souls, and then they're placed out in the gathering space through the rest of the month. And it's a great way just to kind of remember, to be one in celebration with those people who have gone on. Because when we celebrate Mass, we think, hey, we're not only celebrating it with each other, we're celebrating it throughout the world. Well, we're also celebrating it throughout time. So those people who have gone before us, or even people that will come after us, we all celebrate in a way together. And it's a beautiful reminder of that by having those pictures there.
Yeah, and how cool is that All Saints Day and All Souls Days follow each other. And like you said, we have those to remember, those to honor, and then also via our baptism, what we're all called to be. So kind of a
called
really
to be
neat,
saints.
really neat month.
Yeah, and one other liturgy which is going on that month is that Saturday, which I believe is the 4th off the top of my head. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's November 4th. That Saturday at 9 a.m. here in our memorial garden, we have a mass, a special mass, where we remember those people who are inurned in our memorial garden or at the St. Francis section of the cemetery. And we remember and pray for them in a special way. And that's a beautiful liturgy that occurs outside. And it's just a real special way for people to celebrate. So that's on November 4th at 9 a.m.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share about the month, or something that you want our parishioners to know?
Well, only, again, getting a little liturgical nerdy here. This year, because Advent is so short, so when we get into Advent, the 4th Sunday of Advent will be Christmas Eve. All that, we can talk about that another time. But that means basically Advent doesn't start until December this year, December 3rd. So the whole month of November, we will be remembering our dead. Often we will take things down like around Thanksgiving, but this year we go through the whole month of November. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, this has been Chris, Jim, St. Francis TV, and it's an honor to connect with you, Jim,
good
and
to talk with you.
Mr. Jim, and I know my daughter's going to be really excited about this one as well.
All right.
For all of us here at St. Francis TV and the Catholic community of St. Francis of Assisi, we'll see you next time.